What is going on? This is Rue's Reviews, where we keep it for real, for real. I am Rue, aka the Culture Black Kid,
I'm Ifoma, aka Iffy.
and this is what I'm gonna call Bar for Bar, which is our singles reviews.
This is the first I'm hearing of this.
No, for sure. I literally just came up with it on the spot. Which is where Iffy and I go back and forth on basically the reviews that dropped over this past week. The singles that dropped over this past week, and pretty much starting with our here's, then going to our depends and going to our iffies. If you know the rating system, go watch go watch another one of our reviews if you are unsure about the rating system. Don't need to explain it here. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Do you want to kick it off?
Yes. All right.
All right. Who is it here?
First here for this is Devora with Meet Jamaica. This is her, I guess, second newest single of this year. And listen, Devora cannot create a skip. I'm so sorry. I feel like she's been on a generational run, and this single is just a continuation of that. This song is just the right amount of bouncy. She's really conversational, she's casual and really cheeky on the track, and it just makes you love her and the song so much more. And I'm really excited for what she's gonna release this year in terms of like a project. So I'm ready. This is Iffy approved.
Okay. One of my here's is Agung Mango and Eric Spice with Out of Ease. I love the ominous production from Eric. I love how it builds from like something super, again, like I said, ominous into something super soulful in the back half. Agung's performance is really great to match the energy throughout as well. Definitely keen to, again, run it back a few more times. And I don't have any cons, and like I said, I'm here for this.
I actually have to agree right off the back of that. Agung Mango and Eric Spice, Out of Ease. Eric Spice cooked. Oh, he cooked. And then Agung delivered exactly what like the beat needed. Literally what you said, the way it kind of climaxed was like cinematic almost. Also can't wait for the project they're gonna release as well, because they're teasing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Eric off the back of the Mammoth project too.
Oh my god.
Crazy. Crazy. Someone who I am on a teetering or what's the word? I literally just thought it. Borderline. Someone who I have as a borderline here for this, and depends on the day, is the Jewel Owusu, About You. I don't think it's anything crazy, but I think it has like a synthetic 2000s vibe about it that I really enjoy. And I'm pretty keen to hear some more new music from Jewel, hopefully leading up to another project very, very soon. And I think my comment is it's just nothing crazy. It's just nothing really crazy. So
real as hell. I have a solid here for this, and it is actually Dian Tai featuring BBT and Jamaica Moana. It's the newest single, Hee Hee Ha Ha, and I think it's just really like fun, and it is very Dian Tai. You have to like love Dian Tai to love his songs, and in the past, I've learned to love Dian and his songs and his sound, and even just hyperpop in general. I hate pop, but I love hyperpop. It's so my brain works weird. His last single, Let's Get Bubble Tea, I couldn't, excuse my French, but I could not fucking turn it off. It was actually crazy. It was so hypnotic, and now it's kind of been the same for this song too. I love the features, especially from Jamaica Moana. She eats up on that one, but definitely here for that song.
Yeah, and to keep it going, another one who is a borderline here for this and depends is Devora, Meet Jamaica, which I think the song has such a smooth swagger about it in the verses, especially throughout the verses. Like the cash that D is talking in the verses is fire. Production, D can pick those beats. I am not the biggest fan of the hook personally. I love the sentiment on the surface. There are some other Devora hooks that I enjoy a lot more. But the verses, woo! I love it. That's why I'm kind of teetering on the here and the depends.
That's valid. A song that I'm actually teetering on with here for this and depends is Lucy Grind's I Like. I feel like I have been out of like a house phase or like this like really fast paced house music phase. And she's kind of slowly bringing me back in, Lucy Grind. I feel like it is a really, really fun song, and it's her newest single obviously, but hearing it for the first time, I added it to my playlist and then kind of re-listening again, I was like, She's made better, unfortunately. But I do get the vibes of, you're at like a 3-day camping festival, like it's the first night, you go to her set, she closes with this, and you're like, oh my God, this is the best night of my life. She does give me that vibe on this song, but I feel like I don't want to get sick of it. I'm like being very conservative with how much I play it. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. My list is gonna transition to my depends now, which I'm gonna kick off with Stevan, Mile High Club, which I think is a fun bop, super good vibes, definitely good vibes. I just think I've heard more interesting stuff from Stevan. I think it's cool, but yeah.
Well, I'm also transitioning into Depends, and I'm starting with Jessb with Life is Lifing. I really love the beat, but I feel like the lyrics could have been a lot stronger. And with this production, I would have loved to see like Jessb actually like challenge herself and rap a little bit faster. I
Okay.
feel like the beat, like even though like it had that kind of style where like she could have like sped up just a little bit, and I would have been like, yeah, like that would have done it for me. But I think solid track, just depends on the day, honestly.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And someone who also depends on the day for me on this list is Blessed with Pain. I think it's a solid performance. I really like the personal notes, the introspection, the reflection that Blessed is touching on in his verses. I also think it's a super smooth beat. I just think it's nothing crazy, and to be honest, it is not my favorite Blessed hook performance. I think there's moments where the melody in his melody kind of does this drop off thing. It's kind of like a slide that goes down to be more music theory about it. But he goes a little flat when he gets to the end of it. That I'm like, oh. So, yeah, that kind of put me off a smidge in that performance. But apart from that, I like the topic. I like what was being touched on. So yeah.
I'm not to copy, but I actually same thing. I feel like blessed pain or blessed pain. I also depend. It depends on the day. And weirdly enough, I kind of had the same thing with the hook. Like I love the melody and I love like the balance of the rapping and the singing from him, but I feel like yeah, until the hook or the chorus, it was this it's different for me because it was too much auto tune in the hook, whereas like throughout the song he's really layering his voice in like the background vocals, and then when it comes to the hook it like that diminishes completely, and then he's just got auto tune, and I would have loved to see him kind of just add that layering in the hook instead of changing it a different way. If he did that, it would have been a definite like here for this, but kind of just unfortunately put a cloud for it. I'll put a cloud over the song. Yeah.
No, for sure, for sure. And one that also is unfortunately, it depends on the day for me, is Baker Boy, Peacekeeper, which, firstly, outside the music, artwork, super fire. Shout out to, I saw it on Instagram, but I'm forgetting, but shout out to whoever did the artwork and took those photos, because they were super dope. I think it has a lot of energy, but I need more time to see where that energy goes. I liked Baker Boy's last single, King. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, this one, not as much as the last one. However, I'm liking this run that Baker Boy is on. I think it's about time. It's been a long time since Gela, I think it's Gela, his last full length project. So, I'm very much tapped into what Baker Boy has got coming up.
Love. With Baker Boys Peacekeeper, I do a lot of teetering, but I'm teetering on depending on the day and feeling iffy.
Okay.
I think the energy on that song is outstanding, and it's actually really different from what I've seen from Baker Boy. And it's weird because I can definitely see this track being part of like Heartbreak High or something. It has that vibe. But it's just like I just have to be in a very particular mood to be able to want to put this song on. And what kind of made me teeter is that I feel like there's not a lot of moments where I'm gonna find that mood. I think it's a fun song, but it's not the first to come to mind when I want something to uplift me. So yeah.
Yeah, and in a similar sentiment, maybe not in the uplift, but definitely in the bring a vibe. I also depends on the day for the Jay Zayat, 100%. I think it's a solid performance. Jay definitely knows his way around a beat. He knows how to float over a track. I just think it's nothing dramatic. I think the beat arrangement isn't too crazy. It definitely kind of takes away from the track. But, again, Jay knows how to approach a track.
I'm the same, but kind of teetering
Yep.
on feeling iffy. Same song, Josiah, it's 100%. I actually just feel indifferent. I'm very much,
Yeah.
I didn't have any strong feelings, but like, it just, no, no big thoughts, no major thoughts came to me when I listened to that song. And I tried listening again and again, but it very much, it's a song that can just blend into your playlist. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
No.
sorry.
For sure. And someone who I'm also sorry about giving a depends and teetering on an iffy is Jessb, Life is Lifing, which I think is a decent performance, but I have definitely heard stronger verses, like you mentioned, from Jess, and I've heard also stronger production as well. I think that what she brought on a project, a full length project, that dropped the last year, was great. I just think this one was kind of like a Lucy that was like possibly either that or a deluxe track that was just like nah like I don't think we needed to get this one. I feel like the stronger stuff. So yeah.
Valid. One that I'm feeling iffy about, which I'm really sad about feeling iffy about, is Owusu's. I was really close to kind of bumping it up to Depends on the Day, but it's kind of the same as Jay Zayat. I feel like I was very indifferent to it, but in this case, I actually just needed something a bit more. And I feel a bit unfair because I can't even pinpoint what I don't like and what I even need from it. It's very much just like, I know that I don't resonate with this, and that's just how I feel. Yeah.
No, for sure. And that kind of transitions into another one that I literally cannot resonate with, unfortunately, which is the Diantai Hee Hee Ha Ha with BBT and Jamaica Moana, which is a teetering, depends, iffy. It's not a con, but this song is very clearly not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me. I am not the target audience
I
for
knew
this
it.
song. But to finish with the pros, I think it's chaotic. I think it's fun. I think it's bubbly. I think the features that BVT and Jamaica Moana brought were definitely very interesting and definitely very, very different from what I've heard from them in the past. So yeah, and again, the production is very eclectic. It's all over the place, not in a bad way. It's very like, again, there's a lot of fun things going on.
Organized chaos.
Yeah. It's just I am not the target audience for this song. But still, in saying that, still shout out the song because whilst it depends iffy, that's just a personal taste, not a indictment of the song.
Yes, and that is also how I feel about Steven's Smile High Club. I am unfortunately feeling iffy about this one. It is a really solid track, and as Rue said, it's really fun and bouncy, but it's not like I don't like pop. We been new. I don't like pop. I don't like it. It's so summery, but I feel like maybe with the season change, like it's just not gonna be my rotation. I think Steven is actually really talented, but the song, I don't know, it just felt very repetitive, maybe because it was a short song. And in terms, like, it just felt like this, like a straight line, start to finish, no variation. I just think he played it really, really safe. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm done.
Yeah. And and my final one, which is my final depends slash iffy, no straight iffies for me today, is a Lucy Grant I like. I think it's cool. I feel like I've heard more interesting songs in this style. Not that I've listened to this style too much. However, I thought it was like, yeah, it was cool. But like, if I was at a festival or a club, like how you mentioned, and this came on, I'm like, okay, this is cool, but I feel like this isn't getting me up off my seat. I feel like this is like, okay, cool, yeah, I bump my head, but this one's not making me go, oh, yeah, I need to be on the floor for this one. So, yeah, but again, that's just me. Not that I go to a club. I don't even, the club has never seen my face.
He's too old.
Yeah. I'm too old. I'm too everything. Anything that's super boomer about not liking clubs, it's me. So anyway, aside from not liking clubs, are you here for any of these songs? Does it depend on the day? Are you feeling iffy about them? Let us know And yeah, this is Roost Reviews, where Iffy and I go bar for bar on the latest singles of the week. Once again, I am Roo, aka the Culture Black Kid,
I'm a former, aka Iffy.
and we'll catch you next week. Peace.